relationships, they're built on connection, aren't they? Trust, communication.
Absolutely. Those invisible threads, as you say,
Yeah.
they're what make life feel rich.
Yeah. But what happens when something really profound like depression enters the picture? It can feel like it's starting to unravel those very threads.
It's a huge challenge. It really tests the foundations.
Exactly. So today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that. What happens when love meets depression?
Mm.
I sometimes think of it like a fog, a
Mm.
really thick fog that just rolls in right between two people.
That's a great analogy. It makes everything confusing.
And lonely, right? Even scary sometimes. So this deep dive, it's really for anyone listening. Maybe you're the one navigating depression, or maybe you're supporting a partner who is.
Yeah, it touches both sides.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Our mission today isn't just to, list the symptoms.
No, we need to go deeper.
We want to understand why it impacts relationships this way. And crucially, find out how connection can actually be rebuilt, even when things feel, broken.
Even when it feels impossible. Yeah.
So let's start with what people often see first, the observable stuff. The hard reality is depression doesn't just stay with the person who has it.
Oh, definitely not. It ripples outwards. It impacts everyone close.
So in a relationship, you might see your partner seeming really distant, like emotionally checked out.
Mm. Or the opposite. Maybe getting really irritated over tiny things.
Yeah, things that never used to bother them. Or maybe pulling back from physical touch, intimacy.
Avoidance. Yeah. Avoiding conversations, too.
Right. And plans they used to look forward to, suddenly there's no excitement, or they just keep canceling.
It's like the energy, the joy has just evaporated.
And underneath that, for them, there's often this huge weight, fatigue, guilt.
Feeling like a burden. That's the
Yeah.
big one.
Such a heavy feeling. Now, let's flip to the other side. If you're the partner watching this happen, the emotional toll is just immense.
Oh, absolutely. It's incredibly difficult.
You're probably feeling confused, thinking, why? Why are they shutting me out? What did I do?
That confusion is so common. And then it can turn into frustration.
Right. Why can't I fix this? You want to make it better.
But you can't just fix it.
Yeah.
And that leads to feeling lonely.
Yeah. Do they even care anymore? That thought can creep in.
Mm-hmm. And ultimately, often just helplessness.
Mm.
I don't know what to do.
That feeling of helplessness, it's powerful.
It really is. And that's precisely where, as you said, depression can feel like it hijacks the connection. It makes it seem like the love itself is failing.
Hijacks the connection.
But what's fascinating here, and really vital to understand, is that these intense feelings on both sides, they don't mean the love is broken.
Okay, that's important.
It's not a failure of affection. It's not a sign the relationship is doomed. It's a signal that the illness is distorting things.
The illness is distorting the dynamics.
Exactly. So to really get a handle on it, we need to ask, how does depression do this? How does it impact communication and connection so profoundly?
Right, because from the outside, it can really look like a lack of love or interest. But you're saying it's the illness working underneath.
Precisely.
So what does hijacking connection actually mean? Like on a practical level, what are those mechanics?
Absolutely. Okay, so think of it like this. Depression isn't just sadness. It fundamentally changes brain chemistry, cognitive function.
Okay.
So for instance, that withdrawal from activities, pulling back from plans we mentioned, that's often a core symptom called anhedonia.
Anhedonia. Right.
It's not disinterest in the partner specifically. It's a reduced ability to experience pleasure from anything, even things that usually bring joy.
Okay. So understanding that shifts things. It's not they don't care about me.
This is a symptom impacting their ability to connect right now.
Yeah.
It reframes it.
That makes a huge difference. What else?
Well, another huge factor is how depression fuels cognitive distortions. Basically, the mind starts playing tricks on itself.
Cognitive distortions, like negative thought patterns.
Exactly. Things like catastrophizing. If I go out, something terrible will definitely happen. Or mind reading. I just know my partner thinks I'm useless.
Assuming the worst about what others think.
Yes. And these aren't like deliberate choices to push someone away. They are the brain's filters, making connection feel impossible, sometimes even dangerous.
Wow. And I can see how that creates a cycle.
Absolutely. A really painful one. The person with depression withdraws because of these distortions,
The partner feels rejected or confused.
which then reinforces the depressed person's belief that they are a burden or unlovable.
It just feeds itself. A feedback loop of pain, like you said.
Exactly.
Okay, that's incredibly insightful. Understanding those mechanisms, the anhedonia, the distortions, it helps make sense of it. But if that's the cycle, how do we break it?
Right.
Because saying be patient, be compassionate, it sounds good, but when you're actually in it, feeling that loneliness or helplessness, how do you do that? What's a real actionable first step?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it brings us to how connection can actually start to be rebuilt. One of the most powerful strategies, and it sounds simple, but it's hard, is something called active empathic listening.
Active empathic listening. Okay.
So for the partner without depression, this means really shifting your focus. You're listening to understand, not to immediately fix or offer solutions.
Not jumping in with, well, have you tried?
Exactly. Resist that fixing urge. Just aim to truly hear the feeling behind the words, even if the words are few. Then, crucially, summarize what you heard and validate the emotion.
So like saying, it sounds like you're feeling incredibly overwhelmed right now.
Yes. And adding, and that makes sense, or that's understandable given everything. That validation piece, it dramatically cuts through the isolation that depression thrives on.
Because depression loves isolation.
It fuels it. So being a witness to their pain, rather than trying to be their rescuer, can be incredibly powerful.
I can really see how that changes the dynamic. Takes the pressure off, maybe. But what about when, the energy is just so low? When even talking feels like climbing a mountain for the person with depression, or they're just completely withdrawn.
That's a really important point, because sometimes talking is too much.
How do you connect them?
You have to think smaller. Think micro moments of connection.
Micro moments. Okay.
So instead of trying for a big date night, which can feel overwhelming,
Yeah.
maybe just agree to sit together quietly for 10 minutes. No pressure to talk. Maybe read side by side.
Just being present.
Exactly. Or a short walk, 5 minutes around the block. Even just putting on a piece of music you both like and listening together.
Okay. So low pressure, low energy required.
Yes. It's almost like behavioral activation, but for the couple.
Yeah.
These tiny interactions, they gently counteract that immense pull to withdraw. They're little reminders that connection is still possible, even in a small way.
Making connection digestible again. I like that. Not expecting these grand gestures when maybe just a shared moment is achievable.
Precisely.
But what about the supporting partner? We talked about their emotional toll. What if they're starting to feel completely drained, burnt out? They're trying the active listening, the micro moments, but they are just exhausted.
This is absolutely critical. Burnout in the supporting partner is so real and so dangerous for the relationship, too.
How do they balance that patience with their own needs? Because it takes immense patience.
It does. And the key here is the classic oxygen mask rule. You have to put your own mask on first.
Meaning
Meaning the supporting partner needs their own support system, whether that's therapy for themselves, talking to a trusted friend, finding a support group for partners. They need an outlet.
So it's not selfish to focus on yourself?
Not at all. It's essential. It's about sustainability. You need boundaries. You need to recognize when you need a break. If you burn out completely, you can't support anyone.
Right. That makes sense.
And it involves recognizing deep down that love alone doesn't cure depression. You are not responsible for curing it.
Your role is support, not cure.
Exactly. Support your partner, yes, but also take responsibility for your own well-being. That balance is crucial.
It really is. When we talk about depression, it's easy to get focused just on the person diagnosed. But as we've really dug into, the ripple effect is huge. It touches everyone. It's such a challenging journey. It really tests the bonds between people. But here's what gives me hope and what we see in so many stories.
Yeah.
Many couples do survive this. They navigate it. And some, they actually come out stronger on the other side.
That's absolutely true. It can happen.
They learn these new, maybe deeper ways to communicate, how to care for each other differently, how to really stand together through it all. So there is hope. It's built on that understanding and taking those actions.
Indeed. And it's so vital to circle back to that point. Love alone, however strong, isn't the cure. That's a really common and sometimes harmful idea.
Right. It puts immense pressure on both people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what does help the relationship survive and even thrive? It's those practical things we talked about. Compassion, yes, but also that informed communication.
Understanding the mechanics like anhedonia and distortions.
Yes, and immense patience. Patience. That's also self-aware. Knowing your own limits. This isn't just, abstract theory.
Yeah, it's actionable.
It's knowledge you can actually apply, step by step, day by day, to navigate, rebuild, and strengthen that connection.
So if you're listening right now and maybe you recognize yourself or your relationship in some of what we've discussed today, Please just know this. You're really not alone in feeling this way. So many people go through this. And it is absolutely okay to ask for help. For yourself, or for your partner, or for the relationship itself.
Please do. Reaching out is a sign of strength.
And whether you're the one supporting someone or you're the one struggling through the depression yourself, just a gentle reminder. You are doing your best right now with what you have.
That's so important to hear.
And that matters. It really does, more than you might realize some days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And maybe as we wrap up this deep dive, just hold on to this thought. Even when you're deep in that fog we talked about, there is still a way forward. It's guided by understanding, by compassion for your partner and for yourself.
Yeah.
You're not broken. You're human, navigating something incredibly difficult.
Yeah. You're human.
So take care of yourself. Really nurture your heart through this journey.